Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Today we're diving into prompt engineering,
Oh, yeah.
which you've probably heard of, but what does it
Yeah.
actually mean?
Right.
And why is it such a big deal, especially for kids?
Yeah.
So think of this deep dive as your crash course
Yeah.
in talking to AI
Okay.
and how to guide young minds
Right.
in a world where AI tools are becoming more and more common.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're going to be pulling some insights today from a research paper by Ricardo A. Cummings
Yeah.
from Ontario Tech University,
Cool.
all about prompt engineering in elementary schools.
Interesting. We're basically talking about a new kind of literacy here.
Yeah.
Understanding how to talk to AI is becoming just as important as reading and writing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Cummings' research really highlights that.
Yeah.
So let's break it down. What exactly is prompt engineering?
So imagine you're trying to explain to a friend
Yeah, okay.
how to make your favorite dish. You wouldn't just say make it.
Right.
You'd give them specific instructions, right?
Yeah.
Prompt engineering is kind of similar. It's about giving AI clear and detailed instructions.
Okay.
Or prompts, so it knows what you want it to do.
So instead of just typing a simple question into Google,
Right.
you're crafting a more specific request
Yeah.
to get a more tailored response.
Exactly. And
Right.
this is especially crucial for kids
Right.
who are still developing their language and critical thinking skills.
Totally.
Think about a classroom
Yeah.
of elementary school students using AI for research or creative writing.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't know how to ask the right questions,
Yeah.
they might not get the results they're looking for,
Right.
or might even be misled by inaccurate information.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
It's like teaching them how to ask the right questions,
Mm-hmm.
but in a way that AI can understand.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so Cummings' research goes into some specific techniques for prompt engineering.
It does.
Can you give us a little taste?
Yeah, so one technique he highlights is role prompting.
Oh,
It's like playing pretend with the AI.
okay.
You give it a role to play,
Yeah.
like pretending to be a historical figure or a fictional character.
Oh, I like that. That's fun.
Yeah.
Can you give me a specific example?
Sure. Imagine you're asking the AI to write a poem from the perspective of a tree.
Okay.
You could tell it, you are a wise old oak tree that has seen generations come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Describe what you've witnessed over the years.
Okay.
That gives the AI a specific persona and context to draw from.
That's so much cooler than just asking it to write a poem about nature in general.
Yeah.
Okay. What other techniques are in there?
Another interesting one is in-context learning,
Okay.
which is giving the AI a few examples
Right.
before you ask it to do something similar.
Huh?
Think of it as providing a model for the AI to follow.
So if you wanted to write a short story in a specific style, you would first show it a few examples of stories written in that style.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like Cummings has really put a lot of thought into
Yes.
how to make these techniques both educational and engaging for kids.
Definitely.
But are there any downsides to using AI in the classroom?
Yeah, of
Or
course.
what challenges?
Yeah, there's always considerations when introducing new technologies.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest challenges
Yeah.
is making sure that the AI tools used in schools are reliable and accurate.
Yeah.
We need to be careful about AI
Yeah.
generating incorrect or misleading information,
Right.
which Cummings refers to as hallucinations.
So even though AI is trained on
Yeah.
huge amounts of data,
Huge amounts of data.
it can still make mistakes.
It can,
Okay.
or present information that just isn't true.
Right. And that's why
Yeah.
it's so important for teachers to be able to guide students in critically evaluating the information they get from AI.
Yeah.
Double-checking facts and considering the source are essential skills,
Yes.
regardless of whether the source is a book or a website or an AI.
Yeah, for sure.
It sounds like Cummins' research really underscores the importance of media literacy in
Totally.
the age of AI.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to equip students with the ability to discern fact from fiction,
Right.
to evaluate information from different sources,
Right.
and to understand the limitations of technology.
That's a great point. It's not just about teaching kids how to use AI,
Right.
but also teaching them how to think critically about the information they encounter in this world.
Yes, and I think It seems that Cummings believes this education should start early,
Yeah.
like even in elementary school.
What other things does Cummings bring up?
Another important factor is ensuring equitable access to AI technology.
Yeah.
Not all schools have the same resources.
Right.
And Cummings emphasizes the need to bridge the digital divide so that all students have the opportunity to benefit from these tools.
That is a crucial point because we can't just assume that all students have computers and tablets
Exactly.
and reliable internet at home.
Exactly.
And that could create a gap
It could.
between the students who do and the students who don't.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for educators, policymakers, and even tech companies
Right.
to work together to make sure these AI tools are accessible to all students, regardless of background.
Yeah, it sounds like Cummings is advocating for a more inclusive approach to AI in education.
He is.
It's not just about, like, throwing the technology at the problem.
Right.
It's about making sure it's used in a way that benefits all learners.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's clear that Cummings sees AI as a really powerful tool for making education better. But he also emphasizes using it thoughtfully and responsibly.
Responsibly, yeah.
We've talked about some of the challenges, but what about, like, the exciting stuff? Like, how does he see AI and prompt engineering actually transforming education?
Well, one of the most promising things he talks about is
Yeah.
personalized learning.
Okay.
Imagine a classroom where each student has a learning experience that's tailored to their individual needs, strengths, and interests.
Whoa.
AI can help make that happen.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's say you've got a student who's struggling with a particular math concept
Okay.
with the help of AI.
Mhm.
A teacher could create personalized practice problems and activities
Okay.
designed to address that student's areas of difficulty.
Oh, wow.
The AI could even track the student's progress and adjust the difficulty level as needed.
So the AI is kind of like a virtual tutor for
Exactly.
each student?
Exactly.
That's wild.
Yeah, and this applies to any subject, not just math.
Right.
Language arts, science, history, like anything.
That's amazing. It sounds like AI could totally revolutionize the way we learn and teach.
Yeah, Cummings definitely sees it as not a replacement for teachers,
Right.
but as a tool that can empower them
Yeah.
and enhance the learning experience for all students.
So we're, like, entering a new era of education
We are.
where AI is going to be playing a bigger and bigger role.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. Well, we've only just scratched the surface
Yeah.
of this fascinating topic.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll delve even deeper into Cummings' research, explore some more of those techniques, and really see how they can be applied in the classroom. So stay tuned.
Looking forward to it. It's interesting how Cummings specifically focuses on elementary school students in his research.
Yeah.
It's not just about the technical parts of prompt engineering.
Right.
It's also about how these techniques can be adapted to young learners who are still, developing. Their brains are still growing.
Yeah.
It's a crucial time
Pretty.
for developing all those foundational skills, not just in reading and writing and math, but critical thinking, problem solving, creativity,
All that good stuff.
all that.
And it's like AI is becoming more and more common in our lives.
It is.
So, all of those skills
Yeah,
are even more crucial now than ever.
exactly. Cummings argues that if we introduce these concepts early on,
Yeah.
we can help children develop a more healthy and balanced relationship with technology.
Oh, interesting.
One that's rooted in understanding and critical thinking.
So it's not about turning kids into little programmers
No,
or AI experts.
not at all.
It's about helping them
Yeah,
use these tools in a way that's good for them.
exactly.
Yeah, so they can understand the possibilities, but also the limitations.
The limitations,
Yeah,
AI.
We want them to be able to think critically about the information that they get.
Right.
Is this true? Where is this coming from?
Yeah, yeah.
Question its assumptions and use it responsibly.
So it's like a digital citizenship.
Kind of curriculum, but starting in elementary school.
Yeah, it's laying the foundation for
Right.
using AI responsibly from a young age.
So how does teaching kids how to craft good prompts actually contribute to all of that?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
By teaching them how to write effective prompts,
Mhm.
we're not just teaching them how to use AI.
Right.
We're teaching them how to think critically
Okay.
and how to communicate clearly.
Yeah.
They have to learn to break down complex tasks into smaller steps.
Okay.
Be precise with their language.
Yeah.
And anticipate how the AI might interpret their requests.
It's it's more than just a technical skill.
It is. It's a way of thinking.
Yeah.
A problem-solving approach that can really be applied in all areas of life.
Just like those logic puzzles we did as kids.
Right.
Like figure out the steps to get through the maze.
Yeah, you're teaching kids to think like AI whisperers.
I like that.
You know? Figuring out the language to unlock its potential.
Prompt engineering is kind of like solving a puzzle.
It is.
Like you're guiding the AI through a series of steps to get to the answer.
To get to the outcome you want.
Right. Okay. So Cummings is saying that prompt engineering should be part of the curriculum in elementary school. And not just as like a tech thing, but like as a way of thinking.
Exactly. It helps them in all areas of learning.
Yeah. It's interesting how he talks about like not just preparing kids for jobs in the future, but preparing them to be like good citizens.
Right. Good citizens in a world that's being transformed by AI.
So it's not just coding.
No, it's digital literacy.
Yeah.
Understanding AI.
Right.
And interacting with it and even like shaping it over time.
Wow.
You know?
So they're not just consumers of AI, they're like active participants.
Participants, in this AI revolution.
This is blowing my mind a little bit.
I know. It's pretty cool stuff.
Let's talk about like the practical stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Like for teachers who are listening and want to use this in their classrooms. What are like the key takeaways?
Well, one of the first things that Cummings emphasizes is professional development for teachers.
Okay.
Like it's not enough to just like give them a new app and say, go figure it out. Teachers need training and resources to confidently integrate these tools into their teaching.
So it's not just giving them the technology.
Right.
It's about giving them
the support,
the knowledge to actually use this stuff in the classroom.
Okay, so they need to understand like how prompt engineering works.
The pedagogy behind it. How to adapt it to different subjects and grade levels. How to deal with potential problems. Ethical considerations. They need to feel good about using it.
You know.
That sounds like a lot.
It can be.
For teachers and students.
But Cummings thinks it's worth it.
He
thinks that prompt engineering can really change education in like really big ways. Make it more personalized, more engaging, and more equitable.
More equitable.
Okay. For all learners.
And for teachers, it can be a way to like grow professionally.
Exactly. Keep up with the times.
Stay ahead of the curve.
Because things are changing fast.
Okay, so besides professional development, what else?
He also talks about collaboration.
Okay.
Like teachers working together to share ideas. Develop lesson plans. Support each other as they're like figuring all this out.
Because it's new.
Yeah, it's new. It can be intimidating to do it all alone.
Right. Especially with the tech changing so fast.
Constantly changing.
Having people to talk to.
To
bounce ideas off of.
Exactly.
Help you when you're stuck.
A community of practice.
That makes total sense.
And with students, too.
Okay.
Cummings thinks they should be involved in this process.
Right.
He encourages teachers to, like, foster curiosity, experimentation, allow students to try different things, learn from their mistakes.
So it's not just about following instructions.
Right.
It's about being creative.
Yes. Taking risks.
Okay.
Trying new things.
Like they're the ones in the driver's seat.
Exactly.
Wow.
They're shaping their own learning with AI.
This is making me want to go back to elementary school.
I know, right?
It sounds so fun.
It does.
But okay, seriously.
Yeah.
It's awesome how Cummings makes this seem doable. And exciting.
For teachers. Like he's not saying get rid of teachers.
Right.
He's saying use this to make things better.
Right.
To empower your students, to make learning fun.
He's like, you're already doing awesome things.
Right.
Like here's a new tool.
Here's a tool.
To help you do it even better.
To reach more students. To prepare them for the future.
And in the process, the kids are learning these skills. That they're going to need.
Essential skills.
Like no matter what they end up doing.
AI is going to be everywhere.
Right.
It's going to be influencing how they work, how they learn, how they interact with the world.
This is making me think about my own interactions with AI.
Oh, yeah.
And how I could use this.
Like how you could improve them.
Yeah.
With some of these techniques.
Yeah, like role prompting and prompt chaining.
It can be applied in lots of different areas of life.
Yeah, not just school.
It's a reminder that we're all still learning.
Yeah.
And even these things that sound complicated, like prompt engineering, can be broken down and used in ways that actually make a difference in our lives.
Okay, so we've covered a lot in this part of our deep dive into Cummings' research.
We have.
We've talked about prompt engineering as this like foundational skill for digital citizenship.
Right.
And we've talked about the need for teacher training.
Yes.
And equal access to technology and how to adapt our teaching methods to this AI world.
Exactly.
So hopefully everyone listening is starting to see how prompt engineering can empower students to be creative.
Critical thinkers and active in shaping their own learning.
And the future of AI.
It's pretty exciting stuff.
It is. It really is.
If this has got you thinking and you want to learn more, you should check out Ricardo Cummings' full paper.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
It's got lots of information in it.
Okay, cool.
For anyone interested in AI and education.
Perfect. And you can find a link to his paper in our show notes.
You got it.
Along with some other resources that we think you might find helpful.
We'll hook you up.
And as always, we love hearing from you.
We do.
So have you tried out any of this prompt engineering stuff?
Yeah, like in your own life or your work.
What do you think about this topic?
What possibilities do you see?
What are you worried about?
Let us know.
Share your thoughts.
On social media.
Let's keep talking about it.
Yeah, because that's what the deep dive is all about.
Yes. Exploring the world of knowledge together.
One fascinating topic at a time.
Maybe you're even inspired.
Yeah.
To try out some prompt engineering techniques yourself.
Give it a shot.
You might be surprised.
They might be.
And what you can do.
When you learn to talk to AI.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Happy diving.
All right, welcome back to the deep dive. We're back. I'm so excited to keep going with this prompt engineering conversation.
Yeah.
I talked about what it is and why it matters, especially for kids. But let's get into the actual techniques.
Right, let's get practical.
What can teachers actually use in the classroom?
Yeah, Cummings talks about a lot of them in his paper.
Yeah, he does, right?
He does, yeah.
And they sound kind of fun. They're fun.
Even for little kids.
Yeah.
So remember role prompting?
Oh, yeah.
You ask the AI to
pretend to be someone.
Yeah. It's like playing pretend with AI.
Yeah, it is.
That one was really cool.
I like that one.
It's such a playful way to get kids thinking about AI.
Totally.
And it gets them thinking about different perspectives.
Yeah.
Empathy, storytelling, all that.
Powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not just saying write a story.
Right.
You're giving the AI a voice.
Giving it a personality.
Yeah.
A set of experiences.
Yeah, a whole way of looking at the world.
Totally. And for kids who are still figuring out who they are,
right,
that can be really powerful.
Okay. What other techniques are there?
So another one that's great for younger students
Okay.
is in-context learning.
Okay.
And that's basically giving the AI some examples before you ask it to do something similar. So think of it as showing it a model or a template to follow.
Okay, so instead of saying, write a haiku,
right,
you show it a few good ones.
A few good ones, yeah.
So it knows what you're looking for.
So it gets the structure, the syllable.
The vibe.
The whole vibe, yeah.
See, this is what I want.
Exactly, do something like this.
Now you try.
Now you try.
And Cummings points out this can be really good for kids who learn by example.
Yeah.
You need to see it.
See it, right.
Before they can get it.
Exactly. Sometimes it's easier than a list of rules.
Totally.
Especially for little kids.
Okay, so that's for simpler stuff.
Right.
What about when it gets more complicated?
So for the more complex stuff,
Cummings
talks about prompt chaining.
Okay.
Which is where you link a bunch of prompts together, like a chain reaction, to guide the AI through a more complicated task.
Give me an example, something a teacher could use.
Okay. Imagine a class is learning about endangered animals.
Okay.
Instead of just saying, write a report, the teacher could break it down into a chain of prompts.
Okay.
So the first one could be list 10 endangered animals.
Okay.
Then the next one could be choose one from the list and describe its habitat and the threats it faces.
What's putting this animal in danger?
Exactly.
Okay.
And then you could say what are some organizations that are trying to help this animal and what are they doing?
Okay.
And then finally, okay, now create a presentation or a poster that summarizes all of this.
So they're taking it step by step.
Step by step.
And it's like a research project.
It is.
That they're doing with the AI.
With the AI as a partner.
Right. Yeah, they're the project manager.
Exactly. They're learning how to manage a project.
Breaking it down.
Breaking it down.
Into smaller tasks.
And along the way, they're learning about research.
Right.
Critical thinking, communication.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
They're not just learning about endangered animal.
Right.
They're learning how to, like, help them.
How to be an advocate using AI.
Oh, my gosh.
This is making me want to go back to elementary school.
I know, right? Sounds so fun.
Yeah. It's amazing how Cummings makes all this seem doable for teachers.
Yeah, he's not saying replace yourselves with robots.
No.
He's saying, like, here's a tool.
Here's a tool to make things better.
To help you do what you already do.
To reach more kids.
But even better.
And to prepare them for the future.
And the kids are learning these skills
that
are going to be useful no matter what.
Essential skills.
Because AI is going to be everywhere.
Everywhere. It's going to change everything.
Yeah, how we work, how we learn.
How we live our lives.
I'm sitting here thinking about...
I know, me too.
My own interactions with AI.
Yeah.
And how I could be using these techniques.
Like role prompting, prompt chaining.
Yeah.
Like you could apply this to your life.
It's a good reminder that we're all still learning.
Always learning.
Even these things that sound complicated, like prompt engineering.
You can break it down and use it to make your life better.
Okay, so we've made it to the end of our deep dive into prompt engineering.
We did it.
Thanks to Ricardo Cummings
for
his amazing research.
First paper was great.
If you want to learn more,
check it out.
We'll put a link in the show notes.
And some other cool resources.
I'd love to hear from you.
Yes, tell us what you think.
Have you tried any of this stuff?
What are your hopes and fears about AI?
Share your thoughts on social media.
Keep the conversation going.
Because that's what the deep dive is all about.
Exactly. Exploring together.
One fascinating topic at a time.
Learning new things.
Maybe this has inspired you to try out some prompt engineering yourself.
Give it a try.
See what you can do.
You might surprise yourself.
Until next time.
Happy diving.
Happy diving.